If you're a realtor right now, you are probably a little tired of hearing the words lawsuit, disclosure, and compensation, right? Good news, this is not another doom and gloom video. This is about how you can actually use what eXp Realty is doing to protect yourself, build more trust, and stand out as an agent who is ahead of the curve, not scrambling behind it. Hey, it's Mark here with the Hiller Group, brokered by eXp Realty. My team and I have you covered here on the beautiful Florida Panhandle from Pensacola all the way through Panama City Beach, where our team has served over 1,650 families and sold over $500 million in real estate in the past 12 years alone. So eXp Realty recently rolled out 2 new disclosure tools around the referral fees and consumer choice. On the surface, it looks like more paperwork, but in reality, it's built on a system to keep agents out of trouble, make you more referable, and help you have cleaner, more confident conversations about money with your clients. It is a proactive approach in a reactive world. Let's talk about why this matters for you as an agent and how you can use it to your advantage. For starters, the way money flows in our industry has completely changed. A lot of lead gen used to be simple. You paid a flat subscription, you got leads. End of story. Now, a huge chunk of the business is referral-based and success fee-based. Online platforms, relocation companies, networks, even other referring brokerages are sending leads out to agents, taking a slice of it at closing. Add in vertically integrated models with in-house lenders, title insurance, and suddenly there are a lot of players with financial interest into this single transaction. This does not automatically make it bad, but it does make it risky. And if one person is in the dark, it is the consumer. From your side as an agent, that creates 3 big problems if you don't have a system. You are exposed if a client later says, "Nobody told me about what that referral fee is." You look like you're hiding something, even if you're not, even if it's the way we've done business for years. You end up stressed and reactive instead of calm and confident. eXp is basically saying, we are not waiting for every state in the MLS to tell us what to do. Instead, we're going to lead. They are giving us standardized tools that we can plug into our business so we can operate like the future is already here because we know it's coming. There are 2 main pieces, a referral fee disclosure and a consumer choice form. Both are simple, fillable, and designed so a normal human being can read it, not a bunch of legal jargon. They're not going to feel like they need to go get a law degree to read this. It is very simple. So let's start with the referral fee disclosure. Anytime you get a client through another brokerage, a relocation company, a vendor network, or a platform that is taking a referral fee at closing, this form helps you do 3 things. It tells the client exactly who is getting a referral fee. It explains how that referral fee works, percentage or flat fee. And 3, it clarifies that it comes out of the commission earned in the transaction. The key for you as an agent is the timing. You need to use this when you talk about compensation, not at the 11th hour when everyone is signing a mountain full of documents. That alone is a power move. You look at your client and you say, hey, here's how I get paid, and here's some other people that are getting paid in the transaction as well. You're not leaving anything for them to discover in some random line later on, or even worse, not at all. They deserve to know. From a business standpoint, that does a lot for you. It builds trust early on, which makes price and commission conversations easier, not harder. It gives you written proof that you have disclosed, which is huge if there is ever a complaint later on. It sets you apart from agents who are hoping clients never ask or never plan on telling them to begin with. This form does not replace state-required disclosures. It sits next to them and fills in the practical gaps about referrals that often get glossed over. Now, let's talk about the consumer choice form. We all recommend lenders, inspectors, title companies, and other vendors. That is normal, and honestly, clients want it. The risk is when it looks like you are steering them to one company, especially if there's any kind of financial relationship involved, even indirectly. The Consumer Choice Form is a best practice tool that documents this. That you have options, not some favorite vendor or preferred vendor that you are pushing. That the client is under no obligation to use any specific provider. That the decision is ultimately theirs on who they choose. In real life, this usually means you give them 2 to 5 options per category, usually not 1 and not 20. Enough for real choice, but not enough to overwhelm and confuse them. You tailor it to their price point, their property type, and their needs. This is smart for you because it protects you from accusations of steering. It shows regulators and your broker that you are honoring fiduciary duty. It positions you as an advisor with trusted and reliable vendors, not a salesperson pushing your buddy. Now zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Why is this a bold move for eXp? Because most of the industry is waiting to be told what to do. Some states are moving ahead, some are not. Some MLSs are adjusting their policies and some are dragging their feet. eXp is saying, we are in 50 states, we can't play the wait and see game. We're going to lead the market, not follow it. Instead, they're setting this internal standard that is higher than the bare minimum. This does 3 big things for us at eXp. It future-proofs the business. When new rules come, they're not scrambling. eXp has already been operating with clear, documented disclosures. They and the agents are saying, we have already been doing it this way, not feeling attacked when we are forced to do something later on. It gives us a competitive talking point. When we are recruiting agents, talking to teams, or simply winning over clients, we can say our brokerage is out in front on transparency. We use written systems to make sure that you know on who is getting paid and that you always have options. That is a real value proposition, not just some stupid slogan. For eXp, it scales across their teams. If they run a team, they know the risk is often not themselves. It is the brand new agent who has no idea how to handle these conversations. These forms create a training framework. They can role play the conversation, plug the forms into your buyer and listing packets, and know everyone is following the same process. There is also a very practical benefit. It makes hard conversations easier. Talking openly about compensation, referral fees, and vendor relationships can feel awkward for agents who were trained in the just smile and hope they don't ask era. Having a form gives you structure. It is much easier to say, here is the document I'm going to walk you through that explains how everyone gets paid and what your options are. Then you don't have to wing it and hope that something doesn't get discovered later on. It also lowers your anxiety level in this changing industry. When lawsuits, headlines, and rumors are flying, you can feel more grounded knowing that your conversations are documented. Your recommendations are backed by written proof of consumer choice. Your compensation structure has been explained in plain language. Here's how I would plug this into a real estate business as an agent or a team leader. Add the referral fee disclosure to your standard intake process for any referred lead. Online platforms, relocation clients, broker-to-broker referrals, all of it, they all get this. Even if you're not an eXp realtor, you can use these forms. They made them generic. Reach out to me and I'll hook you up with the links. Make it part of your buyer and seller consult flow, not some stupid afterthought. Keep a consumer choice form inside your listing and buyer packets and fill it out whenever you get recommended vendors, even if you are sure the client will never complain. Train your team on the script for introducing these forms so it sounds confident, not defensive. Something like, Part of how we protect you is by being completely transparent up front about how everyone gets paid on what your options are. So, I'm going to walk you through this quickly so you know exactly what is going on behind the scenes. This is clean and simple transparency. At the end of the day, this is not about loving paperwork. It is about using smart tools to protect your license, strengthen your brand, and give your clients a better experience than what they're getting from agents down the road. The industry is heading towards more referrals, more bundled services, more scrutiny, and more client awareness. You can either fight this or you can lean into it and use it to stand out. eXp is choosing to lean in and set the standard. And if you're an agent who wants to be seen as a leader in the next chapter, these forms are not just compliance stuff, they're part of your value story. Because when you can say with confidence, here is exactly how this works, here are your choices, and here is the proof in writing, you're not just surviving the changes, you're leading through them. Hope you found this video helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we'll see you on the next one.